Okay, hi, welcome everybody. My name's Christy Diaz, and it's going to be my pleasure to guide you through tonight's session on decoding your pet itches. And my path to the world of pet wellness, starting about 8 years ago with pottery, it was fueled by a lifelong love for animals and a quest to impact their lives positively. Initially, I was drawn in by the business aspect, and I soon discovered this vast network of pet enthusiasts and experts. And that's really been instrumental in expanding my knowledge in pet health and wellness. Before, before joining pottery, my professional background as an anesthesiologist combined with my just personal experiences um, as a mom to children with severe food allergies, it taught me the critical importance of holistic health practices. And these experiences have deepened my understanding of how health and wellness intertwine for every member of our family's pets included. So tonight, we won't just be scratching the surface. We're going to dive deep into the reasons behind our pets' itches, learn to spot the signs of discomfort, and discover natural remedies for relief. This class is being recorded, and we'll do a Q&A session at the end for any questions you might have. And if what you learned tonight resonates with you, I encourage you to reach out to the pet pro who introduced you to this class. So from my dual perspective as a pet pro and a medical professional, plus being a mom, I've witnessed the transformative power of knowledgeable, compassionate pet care. So tonight, let's explore how we can alleviate our pets' discomfort from itching and contribute to their happier, healthier lives. I'm sure we've all noticed our dogs scratching or licking themselves from time to time, and that seems normal enough. But persistent itching could indicate underlying issues and often points to canine allergies. But allergies aren't the sole culprits for discomfort. Our friends could be also reacting to seasonal changes, flea bite, medication, or even more serious health conditions like pancreatic or liver disease. So while we explore natural remedies and preventative measures tonight, it's always important to consult your vet to rule out or treat any serious health concerns. So, and with all that being said, let's get started with today's class to better understand and care for our pets. And again, welcome everybody to Decoding Your Pet's Itches. And let's start off by exploring causes. Pet allergies don't manifest with exactly the same symptoms that we as humans struggle with, and it may stem from a variety of allergens. With this presentation, we're going to go over causes, symptoms, and several ways to help ease your pet's allergic reactions, to help them have a happier and healthier life. And let's consider first why our pets scratch themselves and when we might want to do something about it and what we can do about it. The simplest answer to why a pet scratches themselves is that they are itchy from an irritation to the skin. And then a deeper question is why? Why is that irritation affecting the skin? And before just assuming it's an allergy or some sort of intolerance, be sure to talk with your vet to rule out that it's not something more serious like a drug interaction, a bacterial infection, or some sort of disease state. When those kinds of things are ruled out by your vet, with itchy pets, their scratching may mean that they have an allergy or that they have an intolerance to something. And depending on the allergens involved, the itching could be seasonal, like pollen, that kind of thing, or non-seasonal, things like dust, mites, or it could be food. And their scratching could mean that they have an intolerance to something, whether that's something they breathe in, something they come into physical contact with, or something that they have ingested. This chart shows some of the typical things that a pet parent may think of when they see their pet itching. They may think of food allergies, they may think of fleas or seasonal allergies. And this chart can be seen on the PDF handout. We'll post the link here in the chat if you want to look at the full handout. But as you can see, a true food allergy is less common than many pet owners would think. Some experts estimate this occurrence to be about 0.2% of dogs and 0.1% of cats. And if you compare that to a flea bite hypersensitivity, 40% of pets can have this type of a condition. And another kind of compounding factor is when a pet does have a true food allergy, about half of them are also going to have other hypersensitivity. So it can get really complicated really quick to see what's going on. Again, with the seasonal allergies, 10 to 15% of pets can have these. And we're going to be spending a lot of time about that condition tonight. And again, you can see this on the handout if you want to look at that more. Now, where your pet is itching is a very important sign, and understanding these signs can help us keep our pets healthy and comfortable. For instance, on the next slide, you'll see that the clinical signs of a food allergy are variable and can affect skin issues, the GI tract, the respiratory system, even the central nervous system, or any combination of the above. When it comes to decoding your pet's itches, it's all about location, location, location. So with food allergies, they're going to have a generalized itchiness all over the body. And like I said, it can involve the GI tract, the respiratory system, or the central nervous system as well. When it comes to fleas being responsible for their itchiness, you may notice itching around the face, the base of the tail, behind the ears, the neck, sometimes on the abdomen. And if it's seasonal allergies, you'll notice it on their feet. They may be licking or chewing their feet. They may be rubbing their face against carpets or furniture. And then they may also have itching or redness in their tummy, their groin, and their armpit areas. And some of y'all may be thinking, so what? Dogs itch all the time. Why is itching a problem? And, maybe it's just the noise of their tags jingling. It's irritating you, keeping y'all awake or something like that. But more importantly, in my opinion, is because the more they itch, the likelier they are to break the skin and scratch themselves raw, causing an infection. So with what we covered on the last slide, say that you had an itchy pet that with, red, irritated, or smelly ears. You've ruled out the more serious things going on. So at that point, you may be thinking like, okay, this could be a food allergy. It could be an intolerance to a particular ingredient. It could be a seasonal allergy, something they're breathing in. But whatever it is that is causing it, the goal is the same. You want to stop that itching and scratching cycle, because the more they itch, the more likely they're going to break the skin, causing an infection. And that's one thing that we can try to treat and prevent. Now, 8 years ago, I had never actually heard the term hotspot. So I wanted to cover this tonight and make sure we're all on the same page here. A hotspot is a condition which involves an area of the skin that's become inflamed and infected. You can see the other kind of descriptions there on this slide. But it can be like a moist or oozing or reddened area. It's painful. It's very itchy. Hair loss can be seen. And if they continue to lick and chew at that area, it's going to worsen the condition. So anything that causes itchiness of the skin can lead to the development of hot spots. And if you don't get the itching under control, that's when the problems can set in. Well, we talked earlier about how common allergies to fleas are. And, one report I read showed a 12.5 increase in dogs and a 67% increase in cats with this type of allergy. And the sensitivity is actually to the flea saliva that's injected into their skin when bitten, and that's what's causing the itches. You may be able to see actual fleas on your pet, and pet allergies to flea bite, it's going to be lots of itching, scratching. It can be hair loss, skin inflammation, redness from the scratching, and it just can make them miserable. Vets report when they see pets for itching, about half the time it's actually from fleas, not the food allergies or the seasonal allergies and stuff like that. And I just thought that was a really high number to be caused from fleas, because even just one little bite can do it. It doesn't mean you have an infestation or anything like that. So that's always just something good to keep in the back of your mind. And how do we know if it's fleas or some other allergy? So if it's fleas, common areas again to see them is around the face, the base of the tail, see where they're itching, behind the ears, the neck, sometimes on their belly. And again, you may not actually ever see an active flea on them, but you might see flea dirt, little black specks. It's the little flea poop that can show up on your pet skin or fur. You may just see red and bumpy, from that itchy saliva that got injected into them. So that's how you can know if it's a flea allergy going on. The key to getting your pet free of fleas is keeping fleas out of their environment. So don't just shampoo your pets, but keep their sleeping areas clean as well. And having a healthy coat is going to be a good protection for your pets. In your home area, keeping your grass cut, your shrubs pruned back, having your yard sprayed. Make sure that it's a treatment that's friendly for your dogs to be around. And again, cleaning up your pet's area, their bedding, vacuuming areas, emptying your vacuum bags. You may have to wash several times depending on how severe, if you have an infestation. And making sure that all of these steps are coinciding with the baths for your pet. So that's the little 3-step plan for clearing fleas from your pet's environment, keeping them off your pet. And what if the signs that your pet's having of this itchiness, what if it's making you think that this could be an ear infection? So here's some common signs and contributing factors for ear infections. Again, whatever's the case, we want to stop that itch scratch cycle, because the more they itch, the more likely they are to break the skin, causing infections. And if they've been recently groomed, if they got water in their ears, that may cause their ears to be red and smelly and irritated. So maybe not an infection, but an irritation anyway. But these are, again, some of the common signs you may see if it's an ear infection. One of those things we want to have the vet help us rule out. And this is just to show you the difference in human and dog ears. The canal in dogs' ears, it's mostly vertical. Human ears are mostly horizontal, so it's easy for the debris and moisture to come out of human ears. But dogs with that vertical component, it's kind of easy for things to get trapped down in there and stuff. So we got to be a little bit more careful with taking care of dogs' ears, keeping them dry. Other things like regarding dog ears, you may see them scratching around their ear. You may see a discharge. You may just smell something. You may see redness, swelling, odor. All of these things are just things to kind of keep up in the back of your mind, that what could be going on, shaking their head, tilting their head, lose loss of balance. All of these could be parts related to ear symptoms. And just our final comments about ears is that pets who are prone to allergies, pets that have floppy ears, they may have a predisposition to developing ear infections. Long-eared dogs are especially prone to having excessive wax and dirt buildup, can result in odor. Not much air can get in there to help it keep dried out, and things like that. And then we get into that scratch and itch cycle. So proper ear care is important to keep your pets comfortable. And again, dogs that may have excessive growth of hair in their ears may be more susceptible to ear infections. You want your veterinarian to help you diagnose ear infections and get those under control so that we don't lead to more serious problems related to their ears with hearing or otherwise. Now let's talk about the natural remedies. Our goal is to stop that scratch itch cycle, and we want to prevent what we can prevent, treat what we can treat, cure what we can cure, and we want to give our pets some relief. So some of the things that help a natural supplement that's rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids that can reduce the severity of chronic dermatitis. And it's best to use a supplement that has about a 13-to-1 ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s. That'll just help your pet feel good from the inside out. And then the next one, to soothe your dog's skin at the surface, using a blend of tea tree oil, chamomile, and aloe vera. Those work synergistically to treat and ease the discomfort of environmental allergies, even like scrapes and scratches. It's just a gentle, natural way to provide immediate relief of itchy or irritated skin. And, tea tree oil is not to be used on cats with their grooming habits. They're not supposed to ingest tea tree oil, so you wouldn't want to use this on cats. But moving on to the next one. So a supplement with herbs that are known to support the body's normal ability to combat skin-related issues, whether it's food allergies or seasonal allergies. This is a list of some herbs that are known to help with these kind of issues. It's just an incredible way to give them relief. And then I don't really have a picture of this, but if you have an ear cleaning system that both washes your pet's ears, but it can also dry it out, it should have something that's soothing, again, with chamomile, calendula, yucca, clove oil. That's going to help also control odor and itching. It's going to be soothing. You want to make sure that it doesn't have alcohol or things like that that can be harsh or sting. And I just have to mention this, of course, feeding a good food, like having a proper nutrition plan, is also really effective in helping your pet have their happiest, healthiest life. When it comes to treating seasonal allergies in pets, there's like a three-step process, a three-step approach. You want to avoid allergens. You want to prevent and protect, whether that's, internally, things that they're eating, or like I mentioned, that ear wash and ear dry kind of a system. And you want to just soothe and treat the symptoms that they're having. And with the next slide, we're going to cover these three approaches to seasonal allergies with specific products you could consider. So when it comes to avoiding allergens, using like a wipe, when they come back in, if they've, it's the springtime, they've been walking in grass, getting those seasonal allergens, like you can wipe off their paws, wipe off their coat, try to remove those allergens, avoid allergens, or help remove them before they come back into the house. When it comes to preventing and protecting internally, we offer a Wild Alaskan salmon and pollock oil with that high ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids. And then this Allergy Support Plus is a chew that they can take that has lots of soothing herbs that help with that allergic response. Now, the soothing and treating symptoms, we have a bunch of products that help with that. The Skin Support Plus is a spray. I've used it on myself, and it really does take the itch away very quickly. It doesn't sting. The flea and tick spray is going to kill flea eggs and adult fleas on contact. So that's really important. It's safe to use on pets or humans either. We have an itch relief shampoo that has oatmeal that's going to feel really soothing to help, externally soothe and treat those kind of symptoms. And then this ear wash and ear dry combination duo is a really great system. If you wanted to bundle these things together, we have solution sets that give you a discount. So here's some examples of bundling, mixing and matching from these different areas to help provide the relief. And again, get with the pet pro that invited you to this presentation to learn more about these. And here's just in conclusion, make sure to rule out serious conditions, pay attention to the signs, and try to stop that scratch itch cycle. I want to thank everybody for coming. Remind you to get with the pet pro that invited you if you have any questions. I'm going to stop the recording here. We have a few minutes for questions and answers, and I want to let you know about the upcoming next month class that we have. Let me just stop this recording real quick.